We have defeated our enemies. They say history is written by the victor, sir. Surely they mean like, in a general sense. Ah duck, this is so bad. Average Alexander the Great battle. I've been shot in the lung with an arrow. Dude, there's no way he survives this. I'm okay. How the duck did he survive that? Don't forget to like and subscribe, or this doggo will poop on your pillow. War goddess of the Greeks. Aten. Goddess of war. Guide us to victory. War goddess of the Celts. Morrigan. Please don't take me with you. War god of Norsemen. Thor. Meanwhile, some Korean shamans, God MacArthur, demand more war. Nuke them. Nuke all of them. Let's talk about why I named this element polonium. It was to raise awareness of radium is a miracle cure. Drink radium water now. Hey, my jaw kind of hurts. Ruins warfare. Ruins combat. Ruins half the ducking military meter. How can a $35 hobby toy be so cringe? Ruins warfare. Ruins combat. Ruins plate armor. Ruins half the ducking military meter. Never ask a woman her age. A man. His salary. Karl Marx. His views on Russians. People after surviving a war. Horny. We are going back in time to 550 to give that slave named Doom some bitches. Charles Darwin. Publishing numerous studies on the benefits of genetic diversity. Having 10 children with your cousin. The city has fallen, yet I am alive. Charge. It's Armenia's fault we re-losing. Kill them. Quote from Civilization Wiped Out. What are you gonna do, Genghis Khan? Wipe out our civilization? Franklin D. Roosevelt. I ducking hate you and hope you die. St. Pierre and Miquelon. I'm liberating 2 French islands off the coast of Canada from the Vichy regime. Just a small victory for the free world. I hate you. I hate you. Let's colonize him. Death during consensual Shreks. Nelson Rockefeller, former Vice President of the United States and heir to the Rockefeller family fortune, died in 1979 of a heart attack at age 70, rumored to be caused by an orgasm during intercourse with his secretary, Meghan Marshak. The unusual circumstances surrounding his death caused New York Magazine to quip. Nelson thought he was coming, but he was going. Richard Ramirez gets off a bus and goes to a corner store. Some random old woman. He's the killer, the night stalker. Everyone nearby, you get what you ducking deserve. New. I'm an officer and higher rank than you. I deserve to cut in line. Wait your turn. Year of the fall of the Roman Empire. Japan. Living in the year 2000 since 1980. The world. A jet plane? How queer. Jet engines are unreliable and too mechanically complex to ever work. I guess we doing jets now. Argentinians be like. First name. Last name. Fact. 90% of reigns of terror quit right before they're about to establish the Republic of Virtue. Congratulations, Marshal Bernadotte. You've been elected to become heir to the Swedish throne. Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. Spending money on infrastructure, healthcare and education. Overspending on military, mausoleum, statue and useless state project. Communist states. Charles de Gaulle. I ducking hate you and hope you die. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I will leave my comfortable life in the United States as a famous children's book author to use my skills as a pilot to help liberate my homeland despite my failing health. Slavic ancient figures on a ladder 50,000 BC. They put a 245 HP V6 into a sedan. Oh my god. Belgium in Europe. Belgium in Africa. Sailor on a merchant ship in 1717. Blackbeard. Give me your hat. When I hear the phrase men don't start drama. Abraham Lincoln and the Union. San Marino proposing a Republican alliance with the United States. Dutch generals hearing about the news that their ships are captured by a French cavalry. Children being drafted into wars for thousands of years. I sleep. 17-year-old girl with schizophrenia. Real shit. Alan Turing cracks Enigma code and saves millions of lives. UK government. Whatever dude. You kissed a guy. What American kids are taught in school. King George. The 13 colonies. Taxes. What actually happened. Parliament. The 13 colonies. Taxes. We plan to build 3 nuclear plants. We finished the first one in 1978. In a national referendum, 50.47% vote against starting it up. Also, there is now a law against nuclear power plants. One day, someone will think about you for the last time in eternity. You will be forgotten by the world and the universe. Not if I sell low grade quality copper. Some Greeks living in Central Asia. Chinese emperor trying to buy horses from them. Greeks killing the ambassadors and taking the gold. Britain banning slavery in 1833. America banning slavery in 1863. Britain continuing indentured servitude until 1917. The Anglo-Saxon army. Please let us rest. We already marched 60 miles today. Harold Godwinson. Just a few more miles today. Those Norwegians will never see this coming. Thinking about the guy who bowled a perfect game on 9/11. Mongols. Being tolerant to other religions. Killing everyone equally. How UK sees Belgium. How US sees Belgium. How Germany sees Belgium. Oh my god. It's the Romans. Your empire was so great. I'll be just like you. Who gave you permission to wear pants, barbarian? Have you been mocking us since the beginning of recorded civilization? Yes. This is the kind of divine portent the Romans would have gone crazy over. You think you've seen it all, and then your 13-year-old blind beagle throws up the French flag in the middle of the night. Read about an old Bolshevik. Oh, interesting. Haven't heard about him before. Go on Wikipedia. Died. 1937. There seems to be some kind of mistake. I'm just a tax collector. I don't want to be emperor. Defeat the ducking Arabs. Heineken in Europe. Heineken in Africa. Engineers working on the Brooklyn Bridge watching construction workers die violently from their blood boiling after finishing work on the tower foundations like noted. We will fight this splendid little war and liberate the Cuban people from the Spanish yoke. I can neither afford nor win this war, but I shall seek an honorable defeat. Monogamy. Morning beautiful. King Dynasty. I think wife 9 is poisoning you. Think wife 2 is poisoning you. I think the eunuchs are poisoning you. I think wife 14 is poisoning you. I think the kids are poisoning you. Think the chief censor is poisoning you. People, men dressed and acted like men back in the day. Men back in the day. March 2000, somewhere near the North Pole. What do you mean our only way of communication will be gone? The company went bankrupt, and they will start deorbiting the satellites. Night fighting now. Laser, NVGs, and optics that can all work in tandem. Night fighting then. There's the enemy camp. Fire a volley in that general direction. How do we defeat Germany? Can mobilize 120 divisions. 110 divisions. Only defensive. 16 divisions. Portuguese colonialism according to the cerebrally impaired. Portuguese colonialism. Over the following decade the indigenous Tupi, Tapuaya, Caite, Goitaka and other tribes which lived along the coast suffered large depopulation due to disease and violence. A process of miscegenation between Portuguese settlers and indigenous women also occurred. Arabic poetry can be absolutely gorgeous with the way poets express these beautifully complex emotions so easily. And then there is this. Abu Hasan al-Sari, 972 set. She has an ass below a slender waist that oppresses us both. It tortures me when I think about it and tires her when she moves to stand up. The face when you raise the national literacy rate by 60%. Created an agriculturally self-sufficient society. Planted 10 million trees, thus literally stopping the desertification of your country. And vaccinated 2.5 million children in a matter of weeks. All without foreign aid. And all within just 4 years. But the world just remembers you as some African warlord. Whack. 1849. Samuel Rowbotham writes book about flat earth, revving flat earth theory in the modern era. More than 2000 years ago, Eratosthenes measures the earth's circumference using 2 vertical sticks. Ukrainians. Russian. I understand. I'm not Finnish. I am Slavic. Most languages speakers can barely read a 700-year-old book. Meanwhile, Arabic speakers reading from the 6th century and almost understanding it all. Signature look of superiority. Missed a day from my CIA job in the 70s. My coworkers. Yesterday we established a dictatorship in Latin America. Italians. French. I understand. I'm not Germanic. I am Latin. Literally everyone as World War II was on the way in 1936. The Swiss inventing white chocolate. What's the real history? Bro, we can't trust the army. Bro, what if we had our own army? Bro. The doctor after stitching Kato's wound, only for the said dude to wake up, tore the stitches, and proceed to die right in front of his face. Man, it sure is hard trying to find this elusive serial killer. At least you always listen to my ramblings. It's like you really care about what I have to say. You're welcome, buddy, anytime. Willem J. Fetterman, give me 80 men and I'll ride through the Sioux Nation. Fetterman's fight, 81 casualties. History is written. Defeated sides' tales of bravery exist. The victors. It's a total fabrication. Wrong. No way. Pure fiction. No, not a chance. It never happened. Rich American colonists in the past meeting a rich modern American today eating what appears to be a lobster dressed in whatever the hell it is. Is it crack? Is that what you smoke? You smoke crack? German soldier, I'm going to fight this battle until my very last breath. Alvin York, no you ain't. Won most battles in history. Born 1769. Won second most battles in history. Born 1769. Spread of the Aryans. Okay. Bro stop. Okay. Henry VIII had 6 wives. All called Catherine. He was a Catherineaholic. Or Catholic for short. When he finally reached Turkey, Timur allegedly promised not to shed blood if the town of Sivas surrendered. Trusting his word, they did. It's said he had 3,000 of the townspeople buried alive, and Timur maintained that he had kept his promise. After all, there was no blood. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. This town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. Congolese rubber workers celebrating the death of Belgian King Leopold II. A trader in Turkey bought $36 million worth of copper, but then when it was delivered it turned out to just be rocks painted to look like copper. He can't keep getting away with it. Point of view, you're a civilian in the East German workers' paradise that stepped just a little too close to the anti-fascist protection wall. So, you're my new neighbors, and you're a band? Yes sir. Can we make a Lord of the Rings movie? I want to play Gollum. You have exactly 10 seconds to get the duck out of my house. The Tsar has been overthrown. We drop propaganda leaflets over the front saying the British forcefully removed the Russians' beloved Tsar to lower war support in Russia. The British are hailed as heroes in Russia. The British are hailed as heroes in Russia. Peter Wessel after fighting the enemy British flagship with his Dutch flagship for 14 hours and then sailing towards the enemy to ask for more ammo to continue the fight. Oil got any more of the ammo? Slavic neo-Nazis when they used time machine to teleport to Germany during World War II, but instead of helping Hitler win the war they are being forced to dig the grave in the forest. First Crusade. Fourth Crusade. I need someone to be my friend. Maybe send me an angel. The nicest angel you have. Laughing. John Adams. A new nation that just freed itself from monarchy. His Highness. My father is a war criminal. My father is a war criminal. A ducking bullet in the chest. Theodore Roosevelt. What a tank design 50 years ago looks like in my head. What a tank design 50 years ago actually looks like. How long have you been fighting? 100 years. So you must have vastly expanded your French holdings. I killed millions, but saved billions. Heaven or hell? I don't know, bro. When the general staff you gave free rein to across 3 decades bullies you into declaring a 2-front war and you realize that maybe you should have listened to Bismarck. Greece takes part in the Euro for the 2nd time ever. Greece wins the Euro. Greece holds the Olympics again. Greece holds Easter celebrations in Constantinople, not Istanbul, after 600 years. Medicine, architecture, art, law. The feats of the Romans are so glorious. What a shame that such beacon of civilization fell and vanished from the world. What are you talking about? I'm right here. It's almost like I can hear their voices. Condemnation trial of Joan the Maid 3rd session. Saturday, February 24th, 1431. These days, France is split between 2 parties. Which did you village side with Joan? The Armagnacs or the Burgundians? I only knew one Burgundian, and I would have been quite happy to see his head cut off. Actual quote. That is, if it had pleased God, of course. Also actual quote. King in European country, on your knees, your highness, mercy, your word is a command to me, please, don't cut off my head. King of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, guys, please, I beg you, we have to set some taxes or else we will lose the war. No, liberum veto, pacta conventa succor, calm down grandpa. Point of view, it's 4000 BC and you're chilling with the homies of the Dryas in the proto-historic Pontic Caspian steppe. You jump on a Hecus as a joke. You're unaware of the consequences that this will have for human civilization. How do we defeat Germany? I can mobilize 120 divisions. Also, I'll need military access through Poland, Romania and the Baltic states. Pinky promise we won't annex them afterwards. How about we ask their opinion? Duck no. Better a year of Nazi occupation than a day of Soviet. And no, Jesus Christ died on the cross for you. Yeah. Don't worry. Tell God we wouldn't let anything like that happen. No, Jesus Christ literally died for our sins. Not on my watch. 19th century factory owners, when an employee isn't working because their arm got caught in some gears and turned into hamburger. Alright. SpongeBob Lazy Pants. How Thomas Jefferson felt after freeing 7 of his slaves. He owned more than 600 of them. My lord. One of these guys just embarrassed me by kissing me in the dark. But I broke his cap string, so we'll know who did it when the light is back. Please punish the molester. Actually, everyone, break your own cap string. The Persians controlled Afghanistan for over 200 years. Yup. The Greeks occupied them for over 3 centuries. Correct. And the Mongols controlled them for over 100 years. That's right. So Afghanistan shouldn't be known as the graveyard of empires. Afghanistan is the graveyard of empires. Against the power of Germany, There can be no victory. We must sign the armistice. It would be an honorable surrender, my friend. Tell me, old friend, when did the Lion of Verdun abandon honor for treason? Cough cough. I need a doctor. Comrade Stalin, we have some bad news. What most people think the Caliphs of Cordoba looked like. What Afrocentrists think the Caliphs of Cordoba looked like. What the Caliphs of Cordoba wanted to look like. What they actually looked like. Vine glow? What do I use it for? Once you've dissolved the vine glow in a gallon of water, avoid storing the liquid in a jug in the cupboard for 20 days, or it will turn into wine. Guess how many women I had Shreks with? Geez, not that many. This is the Vietmin. Yep, they were veterans of the guerrilla war against Imperial Japan. Makes sense to me. They would go on to form the Viet Cong in the Vietnam War. You mean that war America lost to rice farmers? The Viet Cong were veterans of the Second World War, waged a guerrilla war against French Indochina, and had support from the Soviet Union. America lost to rice farmers. 1917 to 1918. Looks like you're ready. Go and play with your new toys. 1942 to 1945. Looks like you're ready. Go and play with your new toys. This is my neighbor. Germany. He is a pain in my assholes. I speak German. He speaks German. I have good classic music. He has good classic music. I provoked 2 world wars. He gets all the blames. Great success. Eurocentric people. Africa has no history. Huts and sticks lol. Also pre-colonial Africa. And the 1973 Oscar for Best Actor goes to Marlon Brando. Marlon? Crassus, you stupid duck, they are not running out of arrows. You assured me they would run out of arrows, Crassus. I was assured of this. Gnostics' Bibles claimed Jesus stood laughing as some other dude was crucified. Jesus according to official gospel. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Jesus according to Gnostic Christians in 100 AD. Some random ducking guy dressed like Jesus. Jesus. LMAO, nice try, idiots.